Gentlemen, will you repeat after me the American Legion code of...
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome to the AAA American Legion State Tournament from legendary Kiger Stadium in Klamath Falls. I'm Josh Eldridge. I'm so glad you could join us this morning live on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. We're in about a 38-minute delay here from Kiger Stadium, but we're getting ready to go. Teams are lining up. We're about ready to get ready for the national anthem. But first, we'd like to remind you that today's game is presented in part by Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions, Affordable Truck and RV, Timber Country Coca-Cola, and by Les Schwab Tires. And Willamette Valley Titans baseball is brought to you by QUICKFIX Coffee, Sidebar Restaurant, and Doc's Pad Sports Bar and Grill. And we'll be right back on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jet boat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Once again, I'm Josh Eldridge. I'm glad you could join us for our presentation of the Oregon American Legion AAA State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Today's matchup between the HILLSBORO Barbers and the Willamette Valley Titans. One of these teams going back home after today. Both teams in the losers bracket. For the Willamette Valley Titans, yesterday it was a 4-2 loss against the Dallas Dirtbags. Dallas was able to put 3 runs up on Willamette Valley in the second inning. Courtesy of the RBI double from Eric Swanson from Dallas. And then they added one more in the third. Walker Wanham got the loss in that one. But the Titans did not go down without a fight in that game, putting up 2 runs in the final 7th inning and leaving a couple runners on base. So they put up a fight. They take the field right now, and we'll get you the lineups as we move forward throughout the broadcast this morning. Again, it is morning. It's about 10:45 local time here in Klamath Falls. You don't usually get us here on Play Action Sports Media this early, but here we are, 10 a.m. for the elimination bracket between the Titans and the Barbers. For HILLSBORO, they were actually leading the Eugene Challengers after 1 inning. They fired the opening salvo, if you will, and were actually trailing 2-1 going into the 5th inning against Eugene, and then the Challengers, their bats woke up, posting 9 runs and mercy ruling the Barbers to get right here, the losers bracket here at 10 a.m. between the Titans and the Barbers. We're going to take one more break here on the pregame show here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com, and when we come back, we'll give you a look at the rest of the bracket, and of course, starting lineups and first pitch coming your way on the Oregon California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament live on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. All right, we're getting ready for first pitch here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. We'll get you the bracket here in just a moment and give you a look at where we're at. Now we bring up our scoreboard, and we're getting ready for first pitch of Day 2 of the Oregon American Legion State Tournament, presented in part by Oregon California Supply and by our friends over at Affordable Truck and RV for the places you would like to be. As the first pitch is fired in there for ball 1. On the mound for the Titans, they're acting as the home team this morning in the orange jerseys. On the mound for them is Caden Miller, a hard-throwing right-hander, great moving stuff on the mound for him. And he's going to be trying to keep this Hillsboro lineup at bay. Leading off for the Barbers, number 1, the second baseman, Kevin Blair. He's in the box right now in a 1-1 count. After Blair, batting second is Rowan Ramsey at shortstop. Justin Herzog is at third base, hitting third. The cleanup hitter, Ian Lawson at first base. Batting fifth is Jared Garden, a designated hitter. Patrick Musket is in right field. Joe Angezi is catching. Dakota Button is in center field, and Alex Garcia is in left. It's a 2-2 count to Kevin Blair. We'll get you the defense for the Titans here in just a moment. Caden Miller looking for his first strikeout of the day, and that one will actually come in high and tight. And Blair gets out of the way. Matter of fact, it'll bounce off the glove as the catcher this morning, Isaiah Burke, for the Titans. Take a look at the delivery from Miller. That one will be actually chopped out towards second. The throw onto first in time. One away here in this morning contest. An elimination game. The first elimination game here at Kiger Stadium. The second elimination game will be played tonight at 7 o'clock. The Klamath Falls Falcons and Beaverton. The Falcons losing last night to the Medford Mustangs, and Beaverton dropping their game to the Salem Dodgers 9-1 yesterday. We'll give you the full look at the bracket here in just a moment. But getting into the box now is Rowan Ramsey, the shortstop for the Barbers. So starting out yesterday, the first game of the day, as a matter of fact, was Hillsboro and Eugene. The Barbers playing their second day straight in the 10 a.m. game. And they lost the Challengers 11-1. The Challengers posted a 9-run fifth inning. That one's hit high, and it's hit deep into center field, but Vidal, ranging back, makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Nice job. Vidal tracks it down out, number 2. Brings up third baseman, number 4, Justin Herzog.
Justin Herzog stepping into the box now. After the Barbers fell to Eugene, the Titans and the Dirtbags played Willamette Valley and Dallas. Dallas winning that one 4-2. Again, posting 3 runs in the third inning and never looking back. 4-2 win for Dallas in that one. The Salem Dodgers played at 1 p.m. Again, Dallas and Willamette Valley played at 4. They were the third game played of the day, but if you look at the bracket, they're game 2. Anyway, Salem beat Beaverton 9-1. The Dodgers just continued to keep the bats rolling there. And the final game of the day was played at 7 p.m. The Medford Mustangs beat the Falcons 7-1. A 1-2 count to Justin Herzog, the starting third baseman for the Barbers. Once again, I'd like to welcome in all of our viewers who might be watching us. Followed the Hillsboro Barbers throughout the regular season on westsidemobilemedia.com. Able to bring you video this morning. So welcome into playactionsportsmedia.com. That pitch is sent into center field in the air. Vidal going to have trouble getting to that one. That one will actually bounce up off the wall. Herzog, a 2-out double in the top half of the first inning.
Stand-up double for Herzog. That was a shot. Brings up first baseman, number 32, Ian Lawson.
I'll bring up the first baseman, batting cleanup for the Barbers, Ian Lawson. Lawson batting from the right side, the cleanup hitter. After him is the designated hitter, Jared Garden. And on second, after the 2-out double, is Justin Herzog. Good breaking ball from Miller. 0-2 count. We'll see what he goes with here. Tries to maybe put Lawson away. Miller's got a great breaking ball, a changeup. He can really pull the string on that one. Then a good hard fastball. He's got some pitches to play with here. Hickson fires. That was the changeup. Got Lawson a little bit out in front. Still 0-2. That one will be taken outside for ball one. Again, the Titans, they enter into this game with the better overall record than the Barbers. The Titans enter in with a 27-13 record. So they are the home team, or acting as the home team here. The Barbers are the visitors in the red jerseys from Hillsboro, playing their home games at a few different locations. The 0-2 will be swung on and missed. Caden Miller getting out of that inning after the 2-out double. One runner left on for the Barbers. We are still scoreless. Titans coming up. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jetboat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate Jetboat Excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. This half inning brought to you by Oregon-California Supply and by Hellgate Jetboat Excursions. Book your gateway trip down the wild and scenic Rogue River now by visiting online at Hellgate.com and celebrate the 60th anniversary of Hellgate Jetboat Excursions. Bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. Hillsboro left one stranded in the top half. Now it's up to the Titans to try to get something going on their own. Starting order for the Willamette Valley Titans. Leading off is Bryce Betcher at shortstop. Hitting second is Isaiah Burke behind the dish this afternoon. Walker Wanham is at first base. In the cleanup spot is Cade Christ at third. Batting fifth is Trey Nelson in right field. The designated hitter is Zach Hart. That one is flied out deep right center field, but that one will be put away for the first out of the bottom half of the first.
Catch by bunt, out number one. Brings up the catcher, number 16, Isaiah Burke.
Isaiah Burke stepping in. After Zach Hart, batting seventh is Chase Elliott at second base. Hitting eighth is Wyatt Sales in left. And rounding out the order is the center fielder, Tristan Vidal. Kane Canunis on the mound for the Barbers. He's already got one out in this inning. As everyone here hoping for a quick game, as again, we got delayed by 38 minutes before the start of this one. Had a bit of trouble with the sprinkler system, I believe, was the problem on the mound. So again, a delay. So trying to keep the games on schedule. A good pitcher's duel here would really do the trick. That one will miss high. 3-1 to Isaiah Burke. Burke yesterday, one base hit and an RBI. It came in the 7th inning. The only time the Titans were able to put up any runs on the board. And that one's over. Dakota Bunn, the center fielder, making the play for the second out. Busy out there in Central to begin the game.
Brings up first baseman number 24, Walker Wanham.
Walker Wanham started yesterday for the Willamette Valley Titans on the mound. He got hung with the loss. He gave up 3 runs. He struck out 3 and walked 3 as well. Just over 3 innings of work. Hoping to add to the offensive side of things now. He's up with 2 outs in the bottom half of the first. That one will miss high. Ball 1. Not a big crowd yet here at Kiger Stadium. They're not yet filling up the big wood grandstand behind home plate. But I'm sure as the morning and afternoon moves on, it definitely will. Kiger Stadium, if you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't been here in person, I mean, it's definitely one of the greater stadiums in Oregon, if not, the entire Northwest. Opened in 1948, hosted the 1968 Babe Ruth World Series, the 1970 American Legion World Series, and of course this year's state tournament, along with the state tournament in 2017.
Walker draws a walk.
As Wanham will be aboard with a 2-out walk. Bringing up Cade Christ. Most of the Titans, pretty quiet day yesterday. Again, only putting up 2 runs in the 7-inning affair between themselves and the Dallas Dirtbags. But in an elimination game, everything's got to go your way. You're fighting for your life out there for your season. It's both these teams losing their opening game. For the Titans, it was to Dallas. And for the Barbers, Hillsboro, they lost to Eugene in the 10 a.m. game yesterday, 11-1. The game's in order after this one is Eugene and Dallas will play in the winner's bracket at 1 o'clock. We'll have that game for you here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. After that, it's going to be Salem and Medford, also a winner's bracket game there. That'll be played at 4 o'clock. Salem beating Beaverton 9-1. Medford beating the Falcons 7-1 last night. And the final game of the day will be a loser's bracket game between Beaverton and the Klamath Falls Falcons. That will be played at 7 o'clock. A swing and a miss for strike 2 for Cade Christ. That one is hit high into center field to go to Bunn. Will make all 3 outs in the inning. The Titans will leave 1 stranded. No base hits in the inning. Still scoreless heading to the top half of the 2nd inning. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Welcome back to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. This presentation of Willamette Valley Titans baseball is brought to you in part by QUICKFIX Coffee Company and DocsPad Sports Bar and Grill. Oh, 1 the count to the Barbers leading off this inning. It's going to be Jared Garden, Patrick Musket, and that one will actually get into center field for a base hit for Jared Garden, the designated hitter. So starting things out in a positive way for the Barbers. That'll bring up Patrick Musket. He'll swing and send one out to short. To second for 1, back to first. The 6-4-3 double play ends any threat for the Titans here in the top half of the second. Beautifully turned that time at short by Betcher and then at second by Elliott. The throw on to first, of course, was in time to Walker Wanham. 6-4-3 double play. Strike 1 is taken now. And it'll be a base hit into right field for Angezi.
Base hit for Angeli. Brings up center fielder number 15, Dakota Bunn.
Bring up the center fielder for the Barbers, Dakota Bunn. First pitch into Bunn is called, strike 1. The Willamette Valley Titans, again with their backs up against the wall this morning in the elimination game. Last time they were here at the state tournament, it was here at Kiger Stadium, but they were 2 and out, lost 2 games, were out of the tournament, and they're in danger of having that happen to them again here in 2019. But still a lot of baseball left to go, and it's still scoreless, but just something that these players definitely have in the back of their minds. They're on the brink of elimination once more after such a good season. They had the Area 4 championship, what they thought was wrapped up, and then the challengers were ready to play, and they took it from them in the final games of the season. That one is hit opposite field, down into left field. That'll be up against the wall. Looks like they're going to try to score Angezi. The throw home, and there is no throw home. Betcher's going to hold on to it. So the Barbers strike first, 1-0. Off the RBI double from Dakota Bunn.
Now batting left fielder number 6, Alex Garcia.
That'll bring up the 9th hitter in the order, Alex Garcia. The Barbers up on the scoreboard first, 1-0. We're in the the top half of the second inning with 2 outs. The first elimination game of the day. Scheduled start time for this one was 10 a.m. We didn't get underway until almost 10:40, and the second elimination game between the Falcons and Beaverton will be played at 7 o'clock. The Falcons are the final game of the day in each of the first 2 days. They play at 7 p.m. or they have a scheduled start time of 7 p.m., I should say. Garcia down 0-2 in the count. The pitch from Miller is taken for ball one. Miller checks his runner. The throw is swung on and missed. Miller, his second strikeout of the morning, but the Barbers do strike first. 1-0 on 2 base hits in the inning. The Titans try to even things up in the bottom half. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Affordable Truck and RV, for the places you would like to be.
Welcome back to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. This bottom of the second inning brought to you in part by Affordable Truck and RV and Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing with pride and performance since 1952. And our thanks to Troy Leeper and the Southern Oregon Les Schwab Tire stores for supporting youth baseball and PlayActionSportsMedia.com. In the bottom of the second inning, leading things off is Trey Nelson for the Titans, already in a 1-1 count. Make that a ball and 2 strikes. It's going to be Nelson, Zach Hart, and Chase Elliott due up in this half inning. That one's popped up and will be foul, out of play and into the parking lot. Gets a hold of that one, will be foul. Just slices foul down the third base line. Nelson staying alive, still 1-2. Good time to remind you about the pitch count rules here at American Legion State Tournaments. 105 pitches are allocated for each pitcher. Right now, our starting pitcher for Hillsboro, Kane Canunes, is at 22. And exiting that last half inning, Caden Miller was at 33, I believe, was the number. And again, that's out of 105. If you cross the 105 threshold while you are facing a batter in the middle of an at-bat, you can finish that at-bat, but then after that, you got to be taken out of the game. So 105 pitches. It's 110 in high school. And this will be pitch number 24 coming up. That one taken out to shortstop, making the play in shallow left field. The throw is not going to be in time, though. Great job by Nelson to beat out the infield single.
Now batting DH number 8, Zach Hart.
That'll bring up the left-handed hitting Zach Hart. Played first base yesterday, now designated hitting. That was the first hit of the morning for the Willamette Valley Titans. They look to crack into the scoreboard here. They trail 1-0. We're in the bottom half of the second. Nobody out. Runner on first is Trey Nelson. Hart fouls that one back, evens the count at 1. 1-1 fouled back, 1-2. Take a look at Zach Hart's two-strike approach with nobody out in the inning, runner on first, at least trying to advance that runner, if nothing else. The pitch will be high and away for ball 2. Taken strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. That cart goes down looking.
Brings up second baseman, number 5, Chase Elliott.
That'll bring up Chase Elliott, batting from the right side. With 1 out, now a double play could get the Barbers out of this inning. That was the first strikeout of the day for Canunas. Elliott, the 7th man in the order. After him, it's Wyatt Sales and Tristan Vidal. Makes contact with that one. It'll be in right field. And Nelson gets caught overextended. He thought that one was going to drop. So it's a 9-3 double play to end the inning. 1-0, the Barbers lead the Titans as we head to the top half of the third. You're watching the Oregon California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Welcome back to the Oregon California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Willamette Valley Titans baseball is brought to you by States Industries and Gateway Living. Of course, we also extend a thank you to the Titans Board of Directors, Jeff Oliver, the president, Ken Brown, Rick Stewart, Casey Miller, and Ryan Maloney, along with their community partners, the Springfield Public School District, Springfield Police Department, and Springfield High School Baseball Program, all bringing you this presentation of Willamette Valley Titans baseball. They trail 1-0 in the top of the third against the Hillsboro Barbers. A lot of baseball left to go, and Caden Miller going to try to keep the Barbers right where they are. We'd also like to welcome in all of you viewing, your normal viewers from Westside Mobile Media, and Lane Jensen, who's probably watching this one at home. But I know you guys have followed the Barbers all season. Unfortunately, Westside Mobile Media cannot make the trip down to Klamath Falls, but glad you could join us this morning as Caden Miller fires in strike 1 to the leadoff man, Kevin Blair. 1-2-3 due up in the top half of the third. Blair takes strike 2. He grounded out his first time in the first inning. That one set into the air. Going back is the Titans left fielder, unable to make the play. Wyatt Sales having a little bit of trouble by the Country Financial sign, and it'll be a leadoff double for Kevin Blair.
Stand-up double for Blair. Brings up shortstop, number 8, Rowan Ramsey.
That'll bring up Ramsey, the shortstop. So that was a two-strike double, a great approach from Blair. Finds himself on second base with nobody out. Ramsey flew out to center field his last time through. He's 0 for 1. Gaden Miller misses high. Miller not easily shaken on the mound, though. Can score a couple runs on him, and then he can go off and retire a string of 6 or 7 straight. So definitely a guy you want to get to early and try to knock off the mound if you can, because if you let him settle in, it's tough to get him out of the game. The 2-0 from Miller is swung on, bounced towards third. Christ throws to second, and they've got Blair stuck in a rundown. They tagged him out, and in the meantime, Ramsey is going to move up to second, so nothing would have changed if he went to throw to first, except that now Blair heads to the bench and Ramsey's at second. A little bit of an odd, maybe base running miscue, but either way, 1 out in the inning. Runner on second, middle of the order, starting off with Justin Herzog, who doubled his last time through. First pitch to Herzog is taken for strike 1. The Eugene Challengers shuffling into the ballpark. They play the 1 o'clock scheduled start time game. They play the Dallas Dirtbags. Scheduled start for 1 o'clock, though, will likely be a later start. Again, this game was delayed by nearly 40 minutes. Scheduled start time of 10 a.m. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. That one will be hit foul. 1-2. Miller with the 1-2. That one will bounce in the dirt. So Ramsey staying at second. Good job by Burke to keep that one in front of him. 2-2. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Klamath Falls, Kiger Stadium, hosting the World Series, the American Legion World Series in 1970. Only 2 other places in Oregon have hosted the World Series, the American Legion World Series, that is. Roseburg has done it 3 times. Corvallis has done it twice. Klamath Falls has only done it the lone time, again in 1970. Roseburg did it in 74, 1993, and 96. Corvallis did it in 1990 and 2004. The 3-2 is taken outside, will be ball 4. So runners at first and second now with only 1 out in the inning.
Number 32, Ian Lawson.
That'll bring up Ian Lawson. He struck out back in the first inning. That walk to Herzog was the first issued by Miller so far in this contest. That one's hit high. That one might have the distance, going back to the wall and watching it sail over. A 3-run bomb that time for Ian Lawson.
3-run home
The Barbers now lead 4-0 after the 3-run shot by Ian Lawson.
22, Jared Gordon.
So now bases are empty with still one out in the inning for Jared Garden. That one's hit on the ground and will find its way into center field. A one-out base hit for Garden.
Base hit for Gordon. Brings up the right fielder, number 19, Patrick Mushkat.
Patrick Muscat. He bats now with one out and the runner on first being Gordon. As far as I can tell, that was the first home run hit in the tournament. But I can't be 100% certain on it, but it's definitely the first one hit in the last 3 games of the tournament. Can't quite speak to the Challengers game, but two 2-0 the count to Patrick Muscat. He hits that one on the screws. A diving catch, though, at shortstop by Bryce Betcher, and he's able to turn 2. He dives, catches, fires to first to end the inning. A great play to end the inning, but the Barbers do add 3 off the bat of Ian Lawson. A 3-run blast puts the Barbers up 4-0. We head now to the bottom half of the third. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week. Powered by Les Schwab Tires on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure with wildlife and the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jet boat offers you the best as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all Hellgate.com. Your adventure awaits.
Bottom of the third we go, leading off for the Titans. He's going to end up with a single, is Wyatt Sales.
Brings up center fielder, number 10, Tristan Vidal.
Bottom of the order now for the Titans. After Sales, it's Tristan Vidal, Bryce Betcher, and Isaiah Burke. So 9, 1, and 2. The next guys due up in the Titans order. That'll be taken for strike 1. That one's hit into the air and will get down into right field. But Sales froze on the line drive and will get thrown out trying to get to second base.
Now batting, shortstop, number 15, Bryce Betcher.
Runner at first, one out, top of the order. Right-handed hitting Bryce Betcher for the Titans. First pitch to him, he watches a breaking ball. Betcher watches that one miss as well. The runner on first is Tristan Vidal. The Barbers put 3 runs up in the top half of the third, so the Titans looking to try to answer back. Betcher, who is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time. Looking to get on base here. And that one will miss outside for ball 4. So that'll put 2 runners on with 1 out in the inning.
Catcher draws a walk. Runners at first and second. Brings up catcher number 16.
Isaiah Burke steps in with a runner in scoring position, being Vidal, and on first it's Betcher. The Titans try to break into that score column. They're down 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Two walks given up already by Canunas. Isaiah Burke is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field as well his last time through. That breaking ball is hit in the air into shallow left field. Coming on to make the play is the Barbers left fielder, Alex Garcia. Second out in the inning. Walker Wanham. Opportunity here. Try to drive in that opening run for the Titans. 2 outs in the inning. So it's going to take a base hit to score the runner from second. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Breaking ball taken for strike 2. Wanham walked his first time through. Trying to get it going here. Swung on, fouled back. The 1-2 will be taken. Ball goes in the dirt, and they're going to lay the tag on him at third. Vidal out advancing. That will end the inning. The Barbers still lead 4-0. As we take a look at the scoreboard here at Kiger Stadium in Klamath Falls, you're watching the Oregon California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Runs on 2 hits.
Welcome back to the Oregon California Supply game of the Oregon California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament. My apologies there on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Top of the 4th inning, a 4-0 ball game between the Hillsboro Barbers and the Willamette Valley Titans. Like to extend a thank you to Tournament Director Dave Snyder and AAA Chairman Les Duman for helping this tournament get underway, and of course helping Play Action Sports Media get set up here at Kiger Stadium, as there's one away now in the top of the 4th inning.
Brings up center fielder number 15, Dakota Bunn.
Dakota Bunn stepping in now. He doubled in an RBI his last time through. First pitch to him taken for a ball. The Titans here at the state tournament, after missing the playoffs entirely last season, finished with a 7-13 league record. We're the only Area 4 team to miss the playoffs. Now this year finishing in 2nd place in Area 4. Their record this year was 15-5, so definitely a big improvement there, but they do find themselves on the brink of elimination here against the Barbers. 3-2 count to Dakota Bunn. Swing and a miss. That's Caden Miller's 3rd strikeout.
Strikeout for Miller, out number 2. Brings up left fielder number 6, Alex Garcia.
That will bring up Alex Garcia. He struck out in his first plate appearance. Down in the count, 0-1. Ball and 2 strikes to Garcia. That one is lofted shallow center. Moving over and making the play is Chase Elliott to end the inning. 1-2-3, go the Barbers. No runs, no hits, no runners left on, but they do lead 4-0. So we head now to the bottom half of the 4th inning. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Rogue River. Otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament. This half inning brought to you by Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions and by Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right things matters with pride and performance since 1952. A 2-0 count to start things off for the Titans leadoff hitter in the inning. It's going to be Walker Wanham. It's a 2-2 count to him. Four to nothing, the Barbers lead the Titans. The 2-strike pitch is hit right back on a line to the shortstop for the Barbers, Ramsey.
Brings up third baseman, 25, Cade Chris.
That'll bring up Cade Christ. First pitch to Chris with one out is a big curveball taken for strike one. That one will drop in front of Dakota Bunn in center field. A single for Christ.
Base hit for Chris.
Makes him 1 for 2.
Number 23, Trey Nelson.
Trey Nelson, who singled in the second, gets his second opportunity here. Fell back, strike one. Breaking ball. Oh, just misses. Great pitch. Ball on a strike. Nelson singled back in the second inning and was yesterday's MVP, player of the game, on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. He said he felt confident in the interview he did with him after the game about going into today's matchup. Felt confident in Caden Miller, but he's been rattled a little bit in this game. He gave up that 3-run bomb back in the third inning, but has since cleaned up a little bit. It's up to him to try to keep the Barbers at just 3 and hope that his offense can begin to back him up out there. 3 balls and a strike to Nelson. Runner at first is Trey Nelson. At second, it's going to be Cade Christ. There's going to be a short meeting on the mound, it looks like. I'd like to remind you this presentation on PlayActionSportsMedia.com is brought to you in part by Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions, Affordable Truck and RV, Timber Country Coca-Cola, and by Les Schwab Tires. Along with Willamette Valley Titans Baseball, being brought to you by QUICKFIX Coffee, Sidebar Restaurant, and Doc's Pad Sports Bar. Now taken for strike one. Starting things off for Zach Hart. Canunas has walked 3. He struck out 1, giving up 3 base hits so far in this outing. And we're in the bottom of the 4th. 4-0 ball game. The Hillsboro Post 6 Barbers leading the Willamette Valley Titans in this elimination game at Kiger Stadium. This is the first of 2 elimination games, the second being played at 7 o'clock between the Klamath Falls Falcons and Beaverton. The Willamette Valley Titans losing yesterday to the Dallas Dirtbags 4-2, and the Barbers losing yesterday to Eugene. They got mercy ruled 11-1 after the Challengers put up a 9-run 5th inning against Hillsboro. Ball and 2 strikes to Zach Hart. And Canusa is going to step off. Still a ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Zach Hart. Hart graduating this past spring from Pleasant Hill High School, standing 6'1", 210 pounds. Swing fouled back. He'll stay alive. Still 1-2. Staying alive, Zach Hart putting up a good fight at the plate. The 1-2 again is popped up. It'll stay in the infield. Ramsey will call it off. It was an infield fly. So the batter is out. The runners will stay put. Two outs now for Chase Elliott. He grounded into a double play his last time through. As a matter of fact, he flew into a double play his last time through. There's a fly ball into right field, and they were able to catch Trey Nelson on the bag. No balls, one strike to Elliott. Oh, 0-2 to Elliott. Keonis trying to get out of this inning. He will miss high. They tried to get him at second, but getting back safely. It'll be 1-2. Count remains 1-2 to Elliott. On deck, should he get a chance with the bases loaded, it's going to be Wyatt Sales, who singled his first time through. Ball will miss. 2-2. And that'll be strike 3. The Barbers get out of this one. The Titans, they leave 2 stranded. They've still yet to crack into the score column. They trail 4-0 to the Hillsboro Post 6 Barbers. We head now to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Blair leading things off for the Barbers as we get going here in the top half of the 5th. He hits one on the ground to Betcher. The throw on to first bounces right out of the glove of Walker Wanham. So he's going to reach on an error to start things off in the 5th.
Blair's on at first, brings up shortstop number 8, Rowan.
That'll bring up Rowan Ramsey. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and has flied out so far. Here on PlatinumSportsMedia.com, I'd like to extend a thank you to Director Dave Snyder and, of course, the AAA Chairman Les Duman for helping us get set up here at Kiger Stadium. Could not be more grateful for those two guys. Along with Willamette Valley Titans head coach Danny Sales for allowing us to broadcast his team's games. As that one will come in, and it looked like a fastball came in and hit Ramsey. Had a bit of a reaction to it, but he'll trot down to first. He'll take his base, and that will bring up Justin Herzog. Only the second free pass that Miller has allowed, but he has smacked around a little bit so far. 6 hits, and the big home run back in the third inning. Guys who scored off that big home run from Ian Lawson. Taken throw down to third. He's a little bit wide. Kate Christ has to dive just to keep that one in front of him. So runner on the corners now. It's a 1-2 count. Stealing third there was Kevin Blair. He reached on an error earlier in this inning, and he's making the Titans pay. Just a shade under 80 degrees right now in Klamath Falls. It should get up near 90 as we progress through the day. The second day of the tournament here at Kiger Stadium. Oh, this 2-2. Now we hit out towards first, one bag, and surprisingly, Blair will not score from third. So Ramsey will move up from second, and Herzog will be the only casualty on that play. A 3 unassisted for the first out in the inning. And that'll bring up Ian Lawson. And a quick flashback back to that third inning. He hit the 3-run bomb directly over that 385 sign in left center field. Right over there. It was a blast. So Lawson settles in. First pitch to him from Miller. Will catch the inside part of the Caden Miller in danger of loading the bases. But it's okay to work around Lawson after he took you deep earlier in the game. So he'll be aboard the free pass. And that will bring up the designated hitter, Jared Gordon. Pardon me. One out, bases loaded. Fifth hitter in the order for the Barbers club. Chance to really do some damage. He's going to take strike one. Able to work around it and stop the ball on the bar. These teams fix the Barbers. See what Caden Miller comes with a two-strike pitch coming up. It's a curveball that'll miss in the dirt. American Legion State Tournament from Kiger Stadium in Klamath Falls. First pitch was scheduled for 1 o'clock. I'm sure they'll probably move it to about 2. But, of course, we'll keep you updated as the afternoon continues to unfold. Still 2-2. Again, the reason they're moving the start times around is because we experienced a delay earlier this morning before this game. As it seemed like there was a sprinkler problem probably with the mound. They had to put some quick dry out there, and they had to rake it around, and it took them about 40 minutes. But they were able to get it done and get the show on the road. Still a 2-2 count to Patrick Musquette. Caden Miller trying to wiggle his way out of this inning. Pitches from the windup. That'll be taken outside. The count runs full. 3-2. And Musquette will work a walk. A long at-bat there. And he's awarded with the free pass. That will bring up
Brings up the catcher, number 10, Joe.
fourth walk issued by Miller. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament. I apologize for the technical difficulties on our end here, but we are back live from Kiger Stadium in Klamath Falls. We're getting ready to start the top of the 6th inning and catch you up on what you may have missed. In the bottom half of the 5th, the Titans had Tristan Vidal with 1 out, a single, tried to bring him over. Were unable to do so. Bryce Betcher and Isaiah Burke both went down on strikes to the new pitcher for the Hillsboro Barbers, and that is Patrick Muscat. Coming in relief of Kane Kionis, who went 4 1/3, gave up 4 hits. No runs came across. He struck out 1 and he walked 3. Muscat so far has given up 1 hit and has struck out 2, which were Bryce Betcher and Isaiah Burke. Still on the mound, though, for Willamette Valley is Caden Miller, and we're going to see Dakota Bunn, Alex Garcia, and Kevin Blair for the Barbers. It's going to be 8, 9, and 1 for them as we get things started in the top half of the 6th inning. Five to nothing ball game. 1 run came across in the 5th for the Barbers. Try to add to it and save off elimination for at least one more day. Again, this is an elimination game. Loser goes home, as the Titans yesterday lost to the Dallas Dirtbags 4-2, and the Barbers to Eugene 11-1. So a double elimination bracket here in the state tournament. Loser goes home, and right now the Titans don't figure something out on offense, try to get a rally going somehow, and we know they can. It's looking like it might be a trip back to Springfield at the end of the morning. That one's hit on the ground, out to short. Betcher up with it. Throw on to first on the run, and nice play for the first out in the inning.
Catcher to 1 up, out number 1. Batting, left fielder number 5, Connor O'Reilly.
Hitting for Garcia, the new replacement out in the field. It's a left-handed batter. We'll get you the name in 1 second here. It is Connor O'Reilly. He takes one in the air to center field. Vidal ranges back and catches it on the run. Nice play from him. 2 outs in the inning. The top of the order now, Kevin Blair. He's reached base twice, once on a double and once on an error. He is grounded out in his only other plate appearance. Caden Miller's 105th pitch coming up. He will be able to finish this at bat. We'll see who they decide to throw next. Haven't seen anyone come up in the bullpen. Is that his pitch number 105? And they will be forced to make a substitution after this at bat. That one's chopped out towards Christ. Throw to first. A throw is not made. So we're going to see a new pitcher, I believe, come in for Caden Miller. And out comes Coach Sales. We're going to take a break here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Rogue breathtaking
Welcome back to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. Count 1-1 to Kevin Blair. We got a new pitcher on the mound. To Ron Ramsey. As new pitcher is Kyle Davis, the left-handed thrower for the Willamette Valley Titans. Comes in relief of Caden Miller, who went 5 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 3 strikeouts and 4 walks for him. The 3-1 from Davis will come in and hit him. Davis came in relief last night, or he was going to come in relief last night, but was unneeded. But he was thrown in the bullpen against Dallas, and now here he is. That one's hit hard into the gap in left center, but Wyatt Sales able to range over, put that one away for the 3rd out of the inning. 5-0. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. You're watching the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. That'll be a base hit into center field for Walker Wanham.
Leads off with a base hit. Brings up third baseman, number 25, Chris.
PlayActionSportsMedia.com is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires in Oregon, California Supply in Grants Pass next to Wild River Pizza, and in Medford, just north of Vilas Road at Highway 62, where you can receive 20% off on Wright brand hand tools for logging, construction, and fire safety. Hydraulic supply. Visit Oregon, California Supply, again in Grants Pass and in Medford. Out runner at first. Muscat fires in ball 3. Cade Chris takes strike 1. He's singled already in the game. Also received word that target start time for Eugene and Dallas is going to be 1:15. But again, that's just what they're trying to get done. Things are always subject to change, but we'll keep you updated on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Swing and a miss at a pitch that was high and out of the zone. Cade Chris goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Muscat. For me, that's the third strikeout for him. First in this inning. Taking strike 1 there is Trey Nelson. And this is an elimination game for one of these two teams, the Titans or the Barbers, as both teams lost their opening matchups yesterday. That'll be a single into center field for Nelson.
Now batting, DH number 8,
Zach Hart.
Number 6, Hunter Brown.
Pardon, there's a substitution for Zach Hart. It's going to be right-handed hitting Hunter Brown. Hart exits the day. 0 for 2. This is Brown's first at-bat of the ball game. That one's hit towards third, a bouncing ball, and it looks like they've got him stuck between. Toss to third. Will be in time. 2 outs.
One of them's out at third, 2 outs. Brings up second base, number 5, Chase Elliott.
That will bring up Chase Elliott, who's 0 for 2 so far in this game. Elliott has grounded into a double play and flown out so far. Breaking ball taken low. Ball 1. 1. In the air, behind second base. And we make the play to end the inning. Go to the 7th with the Barbers leading 5-0 on the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Welcome back to the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament. Play Action Sports Media is brought to you by our friends at Affordable Truck and RV, the places you want to be. See Art Woolard and his team for the midsummer specials on any RV or to service your current RV to enjoy your remaining summer travels. Affordable Truck and RV on the Red Highway and online at AffordableTruckandRV.com. On the brink of elimination, the Barbers looking to add a couple more insurance runs. Guys to do so. Leading off for the Barbers in the top half of the seventh, taking a ball high into center field. Kristen Vidal will settle under that one, and that'll retire Ian Lawson. That will bring up Jared Gordon.
Number 16, Kane Kianis.
Pardon me. Coming in for Gordon in the designated hitting spot is Kane Kianis, who started on the mound, is now in the DH spot. This is his first at-bat of the game. Take strike 2 there. 1 out in the 7th. Breaking ball just taken outside as well. Davis can get out of this inning. The Titans will be in decent position to try to make a comeback, but it's going to take quite a bit of work for them to do so. They're down by 5. That'll be strike 3 to Kianis. Bring up Patrick Muscat. Base is empty, 2 outs. The Titans, to try to get the rally started in the bottom half, are going to be Wyatt Sales, Tristan Vidal, and Bryce Betcher, 8, 9, and 1. Hit in the air, shallow center field. Ranging over is Elliott for the third and final out of the inning. The Titans have 3 outs to work with. They try to push 5 runs across to continue their season. We'll see what they can do when we come back on the Oregon-California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Hellgate. Deer and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Titans need 5 to continue their season. They're down 5-0 against the HILLSBORO Barbers. This edition of Titans Baseball is brought to you by Richardson Sports and Laurelwood Golf Course. Wyatt Sales will be the first casualty in this inning. The Titans down to their final 2 outs of the season. Mushkot still on the mound. He's going to try to slam the door. Vidal is 2 for 2. Vidal, the only Titan that's 2 for 2. One of only 2 Titans with 2 base hits. That one will be lofted foul, a ball and 2 strikes. Two-strike pitch to Vidal. He shoves it the other way, and it'll get into right field for a base knock. Titans are still alive in the bottom of the 7th inning. To the top of the order now with Bryce Betcher, who is 0 for 2. Vidal is now 3 for 3. He's doing his best to try to keep his team in the ballgame. First pitch is taken for a strike. That ball's hit on the ground. Throw on to first in time, and that will be the second out of the inning. The Titans down to their final out of the season. And the man to try to keep the season alive is Isaiah Burke.
Number 16, Isaiah Burke.
Burke is 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. He is the Titans' last hope. A curveball, Mr. Ball 1. The left and center fielder that will drive in the opening run for the Willamette Valley Titans. They're down 5-1. Burke. PlayActionSportsMedia.com. You've been watching the Oregon California Supply AAA American Legion State Tournament. 5-1, the final. The Barbers advance. Welcome back to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. This one is over. The Hillsboro Barbers beat the Willamette Titans 5-1 in the elimination game. The Titans season is over. The Barbers advance. Finals for Hillsboro. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. The finals for the Titans. 1 run on 9 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. He was able to not allow a run to come across. He didn't strike out anyone.
Hellgate Jet Boat Excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through deer and otter, all scenic Rogue River, the quick and scenic tour of Hellgate Jet Boat Excursion. Book yours now at hellgate.com.